Hi, I'm Mimi Kennedy. I'm a poll worker, but I don't play one on TV. On TV, I played Marjorie on the sitcom Mom. But I'm one of the poll workers in Los Angeles County, the largest voting jurisdiction in the nation, who helps people cast their vote and do it without making any mistakes that would get their vote counted not on election night, but days or weeks after the election, or not at all. It's one of the most powerful ways I know that I can serve my country. I've learned that a lot of voters don't know the rules, and when you're a poll worker, you do know them. I have saved a lot of voters from making the kind of mistakes that do get their votes counted last or not at all. I can show them where to go if their name isn't on my precinct voter rolls so that they can cast their vote in the right precinct. I can tell them that if they have a mail ballot that they didn't want to use and it's at home, go back and get it. You can surrender it to me and get a regular ballot in exchange instead of voting provisional and having that vote counted weeks after the election. Ever since 2018, LA has had digital poll books, and they exist across the nation, whereby, at least in California, I can cancel a voter's mail ballot if they don't want to use it and let them vote regular at the polls. Every state and jurisdiction has different rules, but as a poll worker, you're going to know yours, and the principles of voting are the same and the basis for the laws across the nation. So just being a poll worker where you live can help you become a national expert. This year we need especially people who are young and healthy. If you voted in person, I'm sure you've noticed that a lot of us poll workers are veterans. We're old timers. Maybe we're not as familiar with technology. That can really slow down the process because although much of the nation, thankfully, has returned to voting on secure paper ballots, other parts of the process, signing in, putting your voted ballot into an electronic scanner, they are digital. And having a comfort and familiarity with digital technology is a really big service at the polls. You don't even necessarily have to be of voting age to work the polls in many jurisdictions. So high schoolers, that means you. You can put your civics education to work hands-on, and you can get paid for it by working the polls. College students, we need you too. You might only be working for one day, or you can work many days over early voting and be paid for it. You don't have to know a lot about elections to get started. You're going to be trained by the people who run elections in your jurisdiction. And you'll be working with a team, setting up the polling place, learning how to set up and operate the equipment. And the guidebook that you get, that alone, believe me, can help you become a national expert in how to avoid some of the common problems that trip voters up in these elections. By being a poll worker, you're going to know so much. You are going to be much less vulnerable to anybody's dirty tricks or misinformation. And as I said, it is you who will be able to help the voters avoid any kind of challenge that might disqualify their vote. Over 16,000 young people have signed up to be poll workers at the website pollhero.org, Pollhero, pollhero.org. 16,000, but we need more. So please help us. Go to pollhero.org and navigate the process so that when this general election starts and voting begins, you can be part of it with a backstage pass to democracy and put yourself in the greatest civics education you can have to start to be a democracy worker that really helps the voice of the people come forward and be heard. Pollhero.org. Thank you.